Meanwhile, Tommy Anderson and the Western Auto Parts America machine getting set to go. They're going to fire this baby over here in just a second. Tommy, you confident that you guys have got enough horsepower here?
Yeah, we've always got plenty of power, but we had a little problem. We broke a camshaft drive in the last run and blew up the engine, and we had to change engines. We put a brand new one in it, and we didn't have time to start it because of the live TV. So we might be a little bit of a disadvantage here. We don't have our normal situation.
Anything on this race car you guys haven't broken today?
No.
Well, they'd like to break the hearts of all the John Force fans. That's what they'd like to do, as they're getting set for the championship final here. The Castrol GTX car, Al Hofmann. Hofmann does not like Force, and he does not like the fact that he, Al Hofmann, has never won the Winston title. Funny car finals.
Get set now for the final run of the weekend. The funny car final, and boy, could you get it any better than this. John Force, the reigning champ, against his arch nemesis and rival, Al Hofmann, Bob.
I have been so highly successful in picking those finals. If you remember correctly, I had Billy Huff, and then, of course, I had Connie Coletta. You know what? Even though they have not had a chance to start that race car, I like Al Hofmann. Very strong runner, determined. I mean, you can see it in the look in his face. Tommy Anderson's a guy that is a very creative engine builder and engine tuner, and I think despite the fact that they did not get an opportunity to turn that over in the pit area, they're going to give Force the run for his life. Steve?
Well, I'm going to pick a winner, whichever driver can run low elapsed time of the day, because I think it's going to take a 5-0 to win this final round. Will it be Force? Will it be Hofmann? I'm not going to say, but they'll have to run an O, in my opinion. The racetrack is ready for that kind of power.
Well, you know, Steve, I got to agree with you on that, and I would say that I don't think turning the motor over or not having the opportunity to do so is a hindrance for Al Hofmann. I think Tommy Anderson has got the car ready. I do think, even though that's the case, I think Force is ready. I think Austin Coyle and Bernie Federley and now John Medlin all over there together. That's a brain trust that's going to wire this thing up, and Force is going to post that big number, Bob.
All I can do is think back to Phoenix last year, guys. Remember, Force wasn't qualified till the last round. Then he went out and struggled in the early rounds, and then he proceeded to put out Cruz Pedregon and Chuck Etchels and Al Hofmann. That could be the same scenario here. He was not quick during qualifying. Al Hoffman's the guy that's thrown off the really big numbers, but Force has done exactly what he's had to do to get here to the final round. Now, if Hofmann wants to be the heir apparent to the Winston title, he's the one that's got to stop John Force, because nobody else has been able to do it.
These two gentlemen really don't like each other. It's not hype. It's not WWF. They're totally different personalities. They just clash on and off the racetrack. The same can be said for the crew chiefs, really. They respect each other. They don't really like each other all that much.
There you see Austin Coyle making the final adjustments on John Force's Firebird. The crew leading in, Tommy Anderson getting set. He'll do the same thing to Al Hofmann. And you go inside with them. Oh boy, are they pumped? The 1996 NHRA Winston Drag Racing Tour is off and running, and we are set now for the final pair of the Jeep Winternationals. We hope you've enjoyed everything we brought for you. Here we go. What he had to do. He picks up the win, and guess what? He did it with an O, a 5:05, 302 miles an hour. That does constitute big numbers. Force had to shut it off. He was off to a pretty good run, a tremendous reaction time of 4:01, and Hofmann is out through the escape hatch. Let's take a look at the replay. Boy, Force came loaded right on with a tremendous reaction time, almost a perfect light. And Hofmann was pedaling hard with a 496 reaction. Then something went wrong in Force's Castrol machine. And the Western Auto Parts America car goes on to victory as the flames go out for John Force. So how cold are things where you are? You want to heat them up? Go in car with Al Hofmann. That's what victory of the Winternationals looks like as the crew celebrated, Steve.
Oh, there'll be a big celebration tonight. This car made a move in the middle of the racetrack that was awesome. Force might have been a fender out on you.
Yeah, I seen him for a little bit, but we were kind of worried. I mean, we didn't get a chance to start the car or anything. We'll warm it up, and that's a brand new motor in the car. Anderson, I mean, I can't say enough about Tom Anderson, my whole crew, Jimbo Ervolovich, everybody that works on the crew. They've done a hell of a job this weekend. Parts America for coming on board, and Haviland and Pontiac. I mean, wouldn't be here without them. This is a great win. This is the way it's going to start out. We said Force is going to chase us this year, and that's the way it's going to be right till the finals.
Okay, as we go to points, and Ralph, Chief Auto Parts has a gorgeous trophy for you, and Miss Winston Deb Fritzen has a nice little hat.
Steve, with all the brain trust and all the high-tech equipment in the two cars, it took one driver and one crew chief to win the funny car division here at the Chief Winternationals.